Hello everyone, this is Type V3, and today I'll be taking a look at the Transformers Reveal the Shield Solar Storm Grapple. Now he of course is a retool of the original universe Inferno, and so is it worth going back to this mold for a second time around? Unlike Inferno, Grapple is not a fire truck. Instead, he's more of a construction type vehicle sporting a large and extendable crane. He's painted in this beautiful yellow color, however, because of the lack of overall paint apps and details, he looks like a giant yellow brick sometimes, and that kinda sucks. He does have some nice clear windows and some beautiful amber sirens though. If there's something I don't really enjoy particularly about this vehicle mode, it's definitely gotta be the roof of it. On the front cab it's fine, but on the back section it is completely bare and open and you can see Grapple's hands, and it just feels like the designers got lazy with this one. As a Voyager-sized figure, however, he is well-proportioned and well-sized compared up against Optimus Prime, and that is definitely a good thing. Seeing as how Grapple is a truck, he rolls well with his 6 wheels, and his crane here, as you've seen in the montage, is also very posable and extends out as well. And this part here has a little bit of movement. One strange thing I'd like to point out, however, is the rear of this truck. I do not like how these are quite posable. I don't like how they move, and they don't even resemble doors or a backing to a truck at all. They just look like, well, the bottom of a robot's feet, and that's mostly because that's what they are. But apart from that, he's a pretty cool figure when in his vehicle mode, but I'm sure he has more to prove in his robot mode. When it comes to transformation, Grapple is very interesting. In terms of difficulty, it's not very hard at all, and you could probably figure this out without instructions. However, the pinpoint accuracy you need to line up these panels can become very frustrating, and that probably adds to the fact that I don't really like this transformation too much at all. When you finish transformation, you end up with an unsurprisingly yellow robot. Grapple is a very square and bulky looking robot. However, from the side, he's actually quite skinny and feels like there's no weight behind him. It's a look that doesn't really work well for me, but I'll accept it. His head is very large, but it does lack in detail. However, it is made up for entirely with those beautiful blue eyes. When it comes to posability, Grapple has every universal joint you'd expect. However, because this is an older mold, he is missing a lot of interesting features, like not having a ball joint for one is a very interesting thing, and not having a waist joint. Instead, he's got a lot of ratcheting joints here in the shoulders, along with a swivel and a bicep cut, and no movement in the wrist, which is to be expected considering he does not have a weapon. The legs itself have a cut in them as well as a knee joint, and these feet are somewhat posable in the ankle. It's strange because there's this part here blocks the full movement of this joint, but it's still fully there. And this waist has an interesting feature in that these go up and down only ever so slightly, but it's there. Also, it's nice to not have the backpack. Now, if there's one other thing I'd like to say, he does look very square, so for my personal tastes, I like to have these shoulder cape pad things and just keep them up a bit like that, just to give more, I guess, a three-dimensional feature to this guy. I think it just looks a lot better. Oh, also this crane can rotate, so if you want him to have a sort of Tonfa-like crane, then it's totally here for you. You can even throw it out. Just like that. Overall, Grapple's a very cool figure, and definitely one that you're going to want to pick up for your Classics collection if you don't already have the Inferno mold. But what if you do have that mold, and what if you want something a little bit different? Well, then I would have to recommend his casemate, Lugnut. Don't get me wrong, Grapple is not a bad figure by any means, he's just not exciting. He feels like something you will buy and immediately place on the shelf to complete your collection, whereas Lugnut feels like something you can play with on your desk all the time. So what's the verdict on Reveal the Shield Grapple? Well, on one hand, he's a very cool-looking Autobot, but on the other hand, he's also a very generic-looking robot. And if you want something different, something that has a much more fun transformation, and arguably just a overall better design, I would say put your money on Lugnut instead. He's probably the better of the two in the Reveal the Shield line right now, and you know what? While Grapple is still a great figure to have, I can't recommend him over his Decepticon casemate. Anyways, thanks for watching. This has been Type V3, and I'll catch you guys next time.